Okay, so today we start looking at matrices. Today we start looking at matrices, and under matrices we're looking at lesson number 1 in this series. The lesson number 1 in matrices, we're looking at the transpose of a matrix. But there are others that do not have any ideas what matrices are. According to matrices, what they are, matrices or a matrix, it is an arrangement of numbers in a rectangular array. And the numbers of a matrix are called the elements or entries. So meaning that you can have a matrix in this order 4, 3, 1, 2. So this is an example of a matrix. It can also be like this 1, 2, 1, 5, 3, which is negative. This is also a matrix. So a matrix, it is an arrangement of numbers in a rectangular array or rectangular form. And then the numbers, these numbers of a matrix are called entries or elements. Now, before we go any further again, you're supposed to understand what it means by the order of a matrix. How do you write the order of a matrix? The order of a matrix is given by rows by column. So which ones now are rows and which ones are columns? So these are what? Are rows, and these are columns here. So what can you say about this matrix here when you're talking about the order? The order of this matrix means that it has got how many rows? So I've got 1, 2. So I've got 2 rows times how many columns? 2 columns. So this is what you call a 2 by 2 matrix, meaning that it's a 2 rows and a 2 columns matrix. When we come to this one here, again, we're supposed to understand what is the order of this matrix. The order of this matrix meaning that it has got how many rows are there. These are rows. So I've got 2 rows by how many columns? 1, 2, 3. So this is a 2 by 3 matrix. So meaning that it is a 2 rows and 2 column matrix. You can also have maybe 4, -1, 3, 2, 1, 0. What is the order? You can be taught to find the order of this matrix. The order of this matrix, again, you count the rows. Which ones are rows? 1, 2, 3. So I've got 3 rows times how many columns? 1, 2. So I've got 2 columns. So this is what you call a 3 by 2 matrix. So this is about matrices. You can know about the order and then what matrices are. In grade 10, we start from the transpose of a matrix. Now, what is this transpose of a matrix that we're talking about? So we use the symbol A to the power T to represent the transpose of this matrix. Now, how do you find the transpose? To find the transpose AT of any matrix A, interchange, which is swap the rows and the columns. So the rows becomes the columns and the columns becomes the rows. In paper 1 mathematics, there's always a question about transpose. Now, for example, you can have, let's say, A is equal to, let's say, A, B, C, D, E, F. This is our matrix. And then they tell you to say, can you find a transpose? So what did we say about the transpose? It's you interchange, you swap the rows and the columns. So therefore, our A transpose is equal to. Now, these are rows and these are columns. So it's a 2 by 3 matrix. So I mean that we're going to swap the rows, they are going to become the columns. So that means that we're going to have A. What happens? Do I write B here or down? I'll write it down there. Then C. Then I'll have D, then E, then F, like that as our transpose. So this is our answer for that transpose. You can have maybe, let's say, a matrix, let's say, or A is equal to maybe 3, -1, 2, then maybe 0. Then you are told, can you find the transpose of this matrix? What did I say? You are swapping the rows, that becoming the columns. So it will be 3. What happens? -1, then 2, then 0, like that. So this will be our transpose there. We can have another scenario. Okay, we can have another scenario whereby we have got, now let's use numbers. B is equal to 3, negative 1, 2, 1, 5, 3. Like that. We find the transpose of that. Also C, let's say C is equal to, let's say 3, 4, negative 1. You can also find the transpose of that one. Then D, let's have, which is 2, 1, 3, 2, 5, negative 3. We also find the transpose there. So when you look at the B there, when you're finding B the transpose, what did we say? The transpose of any matrix, you interchange, you swap the rows and the columns. So it will be, okay, so it will be B transpose is equal to, we have 3, negative 1, and 2. Then you have got 1, 5, and 3, like that. So this is our transpose. If it was C like this, our transpose of C there, it will be, we're changing how many rows do you have here? 1, 2, 3, and 1 column. So now we're changing the rows, they're becoming the columns. In short, it will be 3, 4, negative 1. Just like that. That is the transpose, like that. So this just becomes like this. And then here the transpose, D transpose, okay, is equal to, okay, so we're going to have 2. So this becomes like this. So 2, then 3, then 5, then 1, then 2, then negative 3, like that. So this is how you find the transpose of any matrix. Come paper 1, you find questions that will be talking about you finding the transpose of the matrix. Very important. I think this ends lesson 1. I think I'll be able to send the work from there, then we continue from there.